Let's continue with the lesson for Unit 4, Day 35, Hobbes's View, and move on to the independent work section of the lesson. Now you will read a short excerpt from Leviathan, the book in which Hobbes develops his ideas about the state of nature and the need for people to transfer power to a sovereign, a ruler or government, in order to escape the state of nature and ensure social order. As you heard in the video, this transfer of power is commonly called the social contract. The social contract is a concept that has been used by many political philosophers throughout history. It is the agreement by people to give up some of their rights in exchange for the stability and security offered by the state. However, Hobbes uses the term covenant, not social contract, to describe the moment when people confer all their power and strength upon one man or upon one assembly of men. This is an important difference because Hobbes claims that the covenant is the first step in the transformation of human society from the state of nature into a political state. We can think about the covenant as the Big Bang of social contracts. Once the covenant is formed between the people and sovereign, other social contracts and forms of government are possible. After you read the excerpt from Leviathan, respond to the prompts in the slides that follow. As you read through these 2 slides of the excerpt of Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes, make sure to carefully read the italicized background information at the top of slide 1 and the glossary defining key words and concepts on the right side of slide 2. You may wish to pause this video now to read through Leviathan. Respond to the questions below based on your reading of the excerpt from Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes to complete the check for understanding. Hobbes writes that in the state of nature, men live without a common power to keep them all in awe. They are in that condition which is called war, and such a war as is of every man against every man. Do you agree that without a common power, there is only war? What makes you say that? To move beyond the state of nature, Hobbes proposes that men confer all their power and strength upon one man or upon one assembly of men. They may reduce all their wills unto one will, and therein to submit their wills and their judgments to his judgment. Do you think it's better for people to give their power to one man or an assembly group of men? Do you think it's necessary for people to give up so much to achieve security? Now to wrap up the lesson. Gareth Williams, a professor of philosophy at Lancaster University in the United Kingdom, writes the following about the political philosophy of Thomas Hobbes and the tumultuous context in which he lived and worked. Hobbes lived in a time of upheaval, sharper than any England has since known. This turmoil had many aspects and causes, political and religious, military and economic. Hobbes's greatest fear was the social and political chaos, and he had ample opportunity both to observe it and to suffer its effects. To what extent do you think the political and social upheaval in England influenced Hobbes's ideas about political power and social order? What makes you say that? This concludes the video series for Unit 4, Day 35, Hobbes's View.